questions for Justin?
Can you talk about from August, that first practice of going until now, how far you come there in a short period of time, and what's that whole thing been like?
It's happened quickly, honestly. When I think back on the first practice, the only thing I could think about was I went in 7 on 7. I was 1 for 5, and it was just it was a big change. But like I said, time doesn't stop, time doesn't wait for anybody. So I had to put in a little extra work, as far as getting the offense down. And every day to me, honestly, was a day I got to get to learn my teammates, and understand how people process here. And it was a lot of work when I first got here, but as time went on and things slowed down a lot, I feel way more comfortable, and I feel like this place can be a home.
You experienced some turbulence in your last stop. Do you think that's kind of helped you? I mean, you've never been a guy who's gotten rattled anyhow, but do you think that's kind of helped you in this scenario?
I wouldn't even call it turbulence as much as just learning lessons. LSU, I've learned so much about football and just growing as a young man. So like I said, I feel like that's more of a learning lesson, and just being able to. It's hard for some people to leave after being somewhere like that for so long. But like I said, my teammates here were behind me in this decision I made. They took me on real well. My teammates, my former teammates at LSU, they helped with this transition a lot. So like I said, that position right there was a big learning lesson for me as far as understanding who I am as a young man.
I don't know if you knew him, but Chris Davenport, who was an LSU transfer, defensive tackle, was a big contributor here in 13 on a bowl team. Did you ever meet him, talk to him at all? Or?
I never met him. I would love to meet him. I heard the name come up a couple times, throughout that process, but I never met him. It'll be great to meet him.
Houston's been struggling lately defensively. You had 2 300-yard rushing games as a team. East Carolina stopped you a little bit better in the run, and you adjusted in other ways. But how confident are you guys can get back to being able to run on a team first and setting everything else up?
That's been our focus this week. We had a couple mistakes that we could have changed on offense as a whole to where we wouldn't even have been in the situation that we were in. Small things that could change the outcome of the game. But when this short week, we have been working a lot on our base plays and getting back to the grind and what we're good at and what we do. So like I said, it's all game plan wise. Depending on what Houston does, that's what we're ready to play against. But we're prepared for each angle.
When you mentioned a couple of small mistakes, are you talking about in the running game or
just in general? Throwing the ball, just simple throwing catches. Bad throws, bad drops and missed blocks, and just small things, missing holes. Just getting into the film room and really honing down a lot more this week with this short couple of days that we've had. We've had a lot more film study. So just being able to slow the game down and see what the mistakes that we've made and the mistakes that we need to make corrections on.
Ed Oliver's kind of like a headliner name, I guess, for the Houston defense. What do you know of him, and what kind of player is he, and how much difference can he make when he's healthy?
As crazy as it may sound, I remember playing him in Westfield in high school, and it was kind of the same thing. Big name, big, strong, fast player. Not much has changed. Same kind of guy, same kind of burst, and same get off. And having somebody like him playing, I'm not sure if he's playing or not. I know he's suited out. But having somebody like him against us, on the other side of the ball, it's a game changer. He's a great player, and we're expecting to see him play. If we don't, our game plan is going to be what it is. But great player. I have nothing positive thing to say about him.
How long before these guys trusted you, do you think?
It's an ongoing process, honestly. Like you said, I got here in the end of August, and for Coach Frisch to put as much trust as he has into me, it shows what kind of man he is to trust me as far as taking on the offense as quickly as I have is what the small amount of time that I've been here. So I feel like this team trusts me a lot with taking on this offense, considering like I said, how long I've been here and not knowing the guys as well. But Coach Frisch and Coach Roos helped me out a lot with making sure I do everything I'm supposed to do, helping me just get acclimated with being in New Orleans. So those guys have helped me out a lot.
What's it been like for you to help get this team back from a 2-5 record to 3 straight wins with a chance to still be in the West race and to get full eligible?
Oh, I don't even see it that way, honestly. I literally go game to game with how I play and how I act. I feel like when you start thinking about that, as far as in my shoes as a quarterback, when I started thinking about achievements that we could get in the future, this and that, that's when you start to get off task. So right now, I literally handle it day by day, minute by minute, and just kind of just take it as it comes more so. Not really trying to think too far into the future, but handling what we have to handle right now is what I try to help myself, especially in this team to get done, is handle what we have to handle now, and that's Houston.
With Ed Oliver, what was your experience against him in high school? How did it go?
Oh, we double, triple teamed the whole game. I mean, we won, so I guess that says enough. But that's a dynamic player. The one or two times we didn't double team, he had 2 tackles. So, I mean, like I said, his play speaks for itself. So I understand he's a great player, and we understand he's a great player, and we're prepared for it.
What year in school were you when you played against him, and was that a playoff game or
Oh, that was the semifinals.
semifinal?
Yeah, so it was a big game. It was a heated game. It was a lot of fun.
Is that your senior year?
Oh, that was my senior year.
Do you think there's like, when you're trying to be bowl eligible for this program, it hadn't happened in 5 years, is there a little bit of a mental barrier to get over, or do you think that's kind of not true?
It can be, honestly. It can be for my mindset right now, and what I try to tell the younger players that are on this team is play for the seniors. They've been here. Terran Aguilar is a 5th-year senior. He's been here. He's never been to a bowl game. Where I've come from and where I've been at, I've never not been in the playoffs. So stuff like that, I just try to take what I've learned from my past and try to bring it here as much as I can to try to help the younger players, because honestly they haven't seen it. They don't know what it looked like. So taking the small things that I have, the small hints and tips that I have, just trying to spread the small knowledge I do have, and just trying to see anybody I can touch on this team, try to help this team out.
Last question for Justin.
How much familiarity have you had with Tulane's history? Like they had the undefeated '98 season, a couple of bowl appearances only since then, but are these things that you knew about when you came in over there?
No, I find out new things literally every game. Like I think it was the first game, my first start Tulsa. What was it like the first time Tulane has beat Tulsa at home? Something like that. I didn't know that. So like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Like I block it out, but I mean I block out the unknowing. Like I don't know much, so I just play the game, and as it comes, people tell me after the game. I'm like, oh, that's good info to know. So it just feels good just winning. Like I said, winning changes a lot. It raises the morale of this team. So I feel like where we're at right now, in the direction that we're going to be fine for this week.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, appreciate it.
We'll bring on Coach Chris very shortly.